Hello Libra, welcome to your angel reading for October 2017. I think I need to adjust these just a little bit here. I am using the Saints and Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and I'm using the Enchanted Tarot by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. And we'll start with this card over here, which is the theme. This is the Hanged Man. This is when you feel like you don't have any control over the situation. It's out of your hands. You're feeling stuck and out of control. But it is also about looking at the situation from a different perspective. Because if we turn him around, see how he's dangling there by his one foot, ready to crash to the ground and break his neck. And then we turn him around and voila, he's dancing for joy. He's singing and raising his arms up to the heavens. And he's joyous and he's happy. And I think this is the message this month. And it's transformation. There's like at the bottom of this card, there's this little butterfly. And whenever I see butterflies in the cards, I think of, the transformation that we have to go through sometimes. And look what's hiding under him. This is you feeling like things are not in your control, but you regain control over the situation. You dance for joy and look at it from a different perspective. And here you have the Ten of Hearts, which is all the happiness and the joy that you could ask for. This is achieving the ultimate happiness. Happy home, happy life, happy family. And it's all there for the taking. And here's this butterfly again. Here's this transformation. So it's about looking at life from a different perspective, because if you're dangling here and you're focusing on, look how he's looking down, and if you're focusing on everything that you can't have, because he cannot have anything that's down here, and you're focusing all of your intention on everything that you don't have, and you fail to see all of these blessings that are here under your foot. And all of these blessings that are for him, for the taking, if you just look at it from a different perspective and reach down and take a hold of those opportunities. So our first card is optimism, and that's exactly what this is about. It's being optimistic about your situation. You could be in a really bad situation right now, but count your blessings. Do your best to count your blessings. And we have these two cards here underneath optimism. This is the King of Swords. The swords represents the element of air, and Libra is an air sign. So this could represent you. This is you in charge and in command of your life. This is you being in control of your life as the King of Swords. Putting on your armor, putting up your shield. Well, he's resting on his shield. He doesn't have to. He's already in command and in control. He's done fighting. He's got this little dove of peace hanging over here on his what is that called? I'm trying to think of what it's called. A lance? I don't know. I'm going to call it a sword. It's not a sword, but I'm going to call it a sword because he's the King of Swords. So this is you in charge and in control of your life. And even though you feel like you're not, you feel like you're out of control, this is the message that says, yes, you are, if you stay optimistic about it. Stay optimistic as the message here in this card. And then this is the Princess of Pentacles. So she's a messenger regarding your home, your health, or your income. And again, if you feel like this is out of your control, stay optimistic and say that little prayer. Sometimes, if you don't know what to pray about, just say that little prayer, dear God, please tell me what I need to know. And that truth and that wisdom will come to you. And you'll figure it out. Be careful what you ask for, because the truth and the wisdom may be something you're not really expecting or anticipating. But the sword's energy is also about truth and wisdom and knowledge. So if you say that little prayer, please tell me what I need to know, and that truth and that wisdom and that knowledge will come to you. And you will resolve whatever these issues are regarding your money, your home, or your health. And the next card here is about your health. It says healthful eating. Saint Raphael, the archangel, he's the angel in charge of health. So down here we have the Five of Swords and the Three of Hearts. So the Five of Swords is about a shallow victory. It's when you're victorious, but at what expense? So if we look at that card in terms of your eating habits, so you diet and you lose 20 pounds or 30 pounds or 40 pounds or whatever it is that you intended to lose, maybe 5 pounds. At what cost? What did you deny yourself? I mean, okay, if you're overweight and you need to lose weight, there needs to be ways to do it. But at what expense? So if you win and you lose that weight, have you changed your habits entirely so that you need to incorporate that healthful eating into your life and not just a diet that's a temporary fix to lose the weight, because ultimately you might gain it all back. So it's a shallow victory, and that's the message to look at in terms of how can you change your eating habits so that you're eating healthy. Don't deny yourself and stop eating for several weeks to lose the weight. Just change how you eat. Instead of grabbing that bag of chips or the Doritos or the Mountain Dew, drink water or drink milk or eat grapes or eat a piece of fruit. Eat something that's healthy and change out the healthy foods for the processed foods. And don't deny yourself entirely, because you can still see results just by changing your eating habits and what you eat. And incorporate that into your lifestyle and make those ultimate changes. And then we also have the Three of Hearts, which is about celebration. And you know, whenever there's celebration, we all overeat. But this is also about having a good time. So do you deny yourself having a good time because you're on that diet, that crash diet? And that's this message here, is allow yourself to celebrate, allow yourself to have good times with your friends, allow yourself to participate. It's just your choice. You can go to a buffet or smorgasbord and you can fill up on all the very fattening, unhealthy foods, or you can choose healthy foods. It's all there for you. It's your choice and how you eat. The next card is higher education. And this is a message about either higher education regarding college, or education regarding spiritual knowledge and spiritual truth. And that's this truth I was talking about over here, is educating yourself on the spiritual knowledge and spiritual truth. And if you have started that journey and starting to question, what is the truth? And you're questioning, what is the truth that I need to know? That's when you say that little prayer. Dear God, please tell me what I need to know. And that truth will come to you. And that's the ultimate message here with this higher education, is about seeking that higher wisdom, that esoteric knowledge and wisdom that in previous, millennia has only been available to a select few. But with the internet and with YouTube, you can find pretty much anything you want to know. But how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go? And that's what you need to caution yourself for, because it could rock your world. When you start seeking that truth, sometimes it rocks your world. It turns things upside down. A lot of people have gone through that experience where you start looking at life from a different perspective. And here we are again with our perspective. When you start looking at life from a different perspective and you see things that you never noticed before, and it gets frustrating because it really is out of your control. And that's where you need to really maintain your optimism. So if you start going down that rabbit hole and it's rocking your world, stop, take a breath, turn inward, seek that truth within you, and stop looking at the internet, because you're going to make yourself crazy searching things on the internet. Maintain an optimistic point of view. Keep your joy and your happiness the best that you can. Reach to heaven. Reach to God, or the great central source, or the great central sun, or the divine self, or your higher self, whatever you want to call it, and maintain your optimism, because sometimes that spiritual truth can rock your world. So it's about perspective as well. And then here's this card, which is the Six of Swords, which is about moving on and moving forward. So maybe you're seeking this truth, this knowledge, and this truth is in your boat, in your ship, and you're out to sea in your ship seeking this truth and this knowledge. And that's the message there for that card. Then the next one is about music. Music is universal. If there are beings on other planets, they could come to our planet and hear our music, and they would get such a great sense of who we are just by listening to our music. The music that you listen to in your vehicle when you're quiet and by yourself says a lot about you as a person. We all have a different sense of what is beautiful music to us. And here's the message about playing music, about expressing yourself creatively in music, whether you just listen to music on the radio, or if you listen to Pandora, or whatever it is, whatever kind of music and how you get your music. This is the message to rebalance yourself, to regain your optimism and your joy, and refocusing yourself through music. Music is also, it's the language of love, but you can listen to music that has lyrics and words from a foreign language that you don't understand at all, but you can still hear the music and appreciate the music regardless, because it's universal. That the language of the words doesn't matter. It's kind of irrelevant. And here's this Ace of Wands. This is this creative energy. So this is for those of you, this is playing music, creating music. Maybe you've never played an instrument or never played music. You can just sing in the shower. But this is the spark of creativity. The creation of music. Write music. If you play an instrument, write some music for yourself. Center yourself and find some joy in your life. Maintain your optimism. Change your perspective. Let's roll all of this into one. And he's dancing to your music. And the whole world will dance to your music. And your family will dance to your music. Here's your happy family. Everybody's joyous and happy dancing to your music. And bring this happiness and the joy into your life through your music. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, and this is the creation. This is, after you've written your music, and now it's that time for you to begin these skills. These are new skills and learning new skills. Picking up an instrument that you've never played before and learning how to play it. If it's a harmonica, if it's a guitar, if it's the piano, if it's the flute or saxophone, it's something. Or singing in the shower. This is you learning new skills and learning this musical instrument. Or practicing. This is you practicing as well. This is about practicing. So open up your throat chakra and sing in the shower and bring that joy back into your life. This is the healing card, St. Padre Pio. He's been known to heal. Well, he's deceased now, but he would heal people. And here's the message. So this is right under your health as well. So if we look at him right under your health, maybe it's time to just start saying some prayers about your health. Because if you're having issues with your health, which is something else I've started to see here, maybe you need to start praying about it. And maybe this message is about your eating habits. That if you're having health issues, maybe it's a matter of changing your eating habits here to healthful eating habits. If you have to go online to search recipes for healthy eating habits, whatever works for you, it's different for everybody. It's not just about denying yourself food and dieting and not having something. It's about switching out good foods for the bad foods. And I think this is the message with the healing. A lot of us can heal health issues with our diet and with vitamins. Maybe you've got a nutritional deficiency that's affecting your health in some way. And maybe you need to seek this higher education outside of mainstream medicine. Please don't stop going to your doctor. Continue with your doctor, but maybe seek alternative means of improving your health through your eating habits. And this is what you're going to find, your eating habits. Regarding supplements and vitamins and things like that, you can find that doing that research yourself online. But please check with your doctor if you do have a health issue where you're getting treatments from your doctor to make sure that if you decide that you're going to start certain vitamins or supplements, that they don't interfere with your current medication. So I need to put that out there. And here you have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is you becoming the master of your own life. If you need to heal yourself in some way, this is you becoming the master. And the Prince of Pentacles, here's this messenger again. Here we have the Prince and the Princess of Pentacles. So if this is regarding your health, here he is tooting his own horn. You know, this is you finding a way. This is you practicing ways of improving your health. This is the messenger, and this is the knowledge, and this is you seeking that knowledge. And then this is you putting those skills to practice. This is you practicing what you learned, practice what you preach, and learning about your health and making those changes, those necessary changes. And this is the last one, which is steady progress. So if it's steady progress regarding your health issues, you know, this is the message that simply says you will progress. It's not quick and it's not fast. It is the energy of the Pentacles. The Pentacles energy is slow and steady progress. It's exactly what this is. So this Prince of Pentacles, of all of the princes, there's 4 princes. He's the one that's the slow and steady progress. He's the one that's reflected here in this card. Slow and steady progress. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time. Your health isn't going to change and rebound and improve overnight. Even if you start a vitamin supplement, it takes 6 weeks before that vitamin has any effect on your body and making changes. It takes a long time. It's not as quick as pharmaceuticals. They can happen pretty immediately, but sometimes your health is just slow and steady. If you need to go to the gym, then that takes time before you start seeing any improvements. Anybody who's lifted weights, you know, it takes weeks and weeks before you really start to see a difference. So this is that slow and steady progress in the Pentacles, which is this message here. Now under this message is the 10 of Wands, and this is this carrying this heavy load, these burdens that you carry around. But you know what? Maybe this is about taking responsibility for yourself and taking responsibility for your own health and for your own life. And it's not going to be easy. The Wands energy is taking action. Normally this card is about a heavy load on your back and carrying a heavy load and a lot of responsibilities. But I see him as he's carrying it in front of him proudly. This is you taking action and improving your strength. You know, you're improving your strength by carrying this around and taking action regarding your own health and your own life. And then here's the Sun card, which is success, joy, and happiness. So you can be successful in this. I'm seeing a lot about finding joy and happiness and improving your health and staying optimistic and looking at life from a different perspective. Here's the joy. He's dancing to the joy of the sun. You know, this is spirit. This is God. This is him, metaphorically speaking. This is him reaching his arms up to heaven. And this is you finding success and happiness and joy at last. And here's robins. These are the spring, the beginning of the spring. This is a new rebirth and renewal for you. This is you coming out in the spring, next spring. By next spring, it may take a few months, but by next spring, this could be you with your happiness and your joy. And that's what's reflected here. And then by maintaining optimism, sticking with it, don't give up. You have to stick with it. It's not going to be easy. And I think that's what this card is saying. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. It's heavy. It's going to be heavy. It's difficult at times. But it's slow and steady progress. And then you'll find success here and happiness and joy here. And if you maintain your optimism, you know, change your perspective and maintain your optimism, this is the happiness and the joy at your disposal. So that's your reading for the month, Libra. That's your angel reading. And if you haven't watched any of your other readings yet, I've done a general reading and I've done a love reading, a relationship reading. So check those out as well. I don't know offhand. I've done so many videos. I'm doing 3 for each sign this month. So that's a lot of videos. I don't know what the message was for the other 2 without looking them up. I don't remember. But hopefully this gave you some further insight, because